welcome to this week's Walkthrough Wednesday episode. Good to have you back. We've got some really exciting stuff to show you this week. We've got some new products that we're releasing. I got some cars with some big Hemis about to go in it. A few other things, but we're going to start off this week with what you see behind me, which is an early 50s Hudson Hornet. Replica painted up to look like the car that Tim Flock raced back in the old days of NASCAR. Car came out of Kansas to us to get some refresh jobs, so it's going to go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame from here. This is actually a fairly big part of our business, is doing refresh jobs and upgrades on older race cars and older race car replicas. So yeah, headed to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Get a cool shot of that. Like I said, it is a replica, but still really cool piece nonetheless. Love the old school dash on this thing with the gauge cluster and all the trim pieces. Still looks very original.
Back out.
Let's head on over here. So this car here we built a year and a half, 2 years ago or so for our friends at General Tire. And this is a Challenger Scat Pack, shaker, of course. Painted the entire car petty blue with a flat black hood. Got some really cool 20-inch 3-piece forged line wheels there. I'm gonna use the hood. So under the hood, we've got a 392 Gen 3 Hemi, of course. But if you look right up under there, you see we've actually put a Magnuson supercharger on the car. Magnuson superchargers are really one of the only ones that will work with the factory shaker. And then we've got our Petty's Garage front strut tower brace that runs behind it. Those are, of course, available on our website. A very cool car. General Tire has actually used this car to test their new tires. It's gone down to some track days and had professional drivers rip it around the course and see how their tires held up. And we've had a lot of fun with this car. So we're gonna move on and see what Bruce is up to. So on Bruce's lift today, we've got the black Hellcat with all the plum crazy purple accents that we've been showing you periodically. This is the one, I think last week we spotlighted the roll cage turner just made for it. So we've got our plum crazy Brembo brakes there. The reason I want to show you guys this car is up under here. As you can see, we've got our Hellcat transmission crossmember that we make here in-house, and brand new product behind it is the Hellcat driveshaft loop. You see that there, Will?
Yep.
Which will also work on your Demon. Thank you, Bruce. Great point he just made there. This works with the stock drive shaft, and we just finished development of this. Looking to have it in production here pretty soon. So if you have a Hellcat and you're looking for a drive shaft loop, excuse me, call 336-495-6602. Let us know you want them, and as soon as we can get them to you, we will have those available. The transmission cross members are already available. So cool new products for the Hellcats. We've got our sway bars, also painted purple to match. Pretty cool car. Move on this way. Well, I'm pretty sure this one's been here before, right? So he's a
repeat customer, for sure.
So we talked in the past weeks about how much we enjoy when we have, a customer that comes in and does performance work, enjoys the car for a while, gets used to it, and says, you know what, I think I'm ready for more power. Let's send it back to Petty's. So we're getting ready to put a Petty's Garage built 448 Hemi in this car. Looks like Bruce is getting started on draining some fluids. And we'll keep you updated on this one as we go along. Real quick sneak peek. We are currently working on a full feature walk around video of the twin turbo silver Mustang you see behind me. So we'll talk about that in a few weeks. Don't want to hit too much, but keep your eye out. We will be posting that video either later this week or next week. Full feature of that Mustang. New project in the shop. 2006 SRT Magnum, which of course is the 6.1 Hemi. Has been here before to get wheels, tires, suspension upgrades, got ride tech suspension stuff on it. And he has come back now, ready for a Whipple 2.9 blower. It's always cool to have a Magnum in the shop, especially an SRT Magnum, which is the wagon that Dodge only ran for a few years. Not a ton of these left. You don't see them every day, so you see a ton of Chargers and Challengers, and even 300s, but the Magnums are kind of rare. So definitely exciting to have this in the shop, and hopefully next time we show it to you, there will be a whistle blower sitting on top of that motor. See how the Jimmy's coming along. Our 1989 GMC Jimmy project, we haven't touched on that in a few weeks. Making some big strides here. Coming close to the finish line. We've got the top back on it, so it no longer looks like a pickup truck. It looks like a Jimmy again. This is wrapped in a carbon fiber type film. It's a really cool pattern there. If you're far back from the truck, it just looks black. You get up on it, you see that. Really cool. Moving around to the front of the vehicle. See if you can get up in here, Will. So of course we've got the Supercharged LT4 crate that we put in this Jimmy, and as you can see right there, we are custom making a set of headers for this because, in case you didn't know, they don't make headers to put a brand new LT4 into an 89 Jimmy. Go figure. So definitely some custom work there, but nothing our guys can't handle. Today it is. Yes, today it is. Project update on the 68 MAHLE Camaro. Of course, we've been updating you every week. Chris, what are you working on right now?
Wiring.
Some wiring.
Wiring headlight motors.
Wiring the headlight motors. So.
Yes, for the hidden headlights.
All right, so I wanted to show you guys up under the back of the car here. We've got our Ride Tech suspension going in, and Tony has made a complete custom exhaust all the way out the back. You see with the mini tubs that we did in this car, took some reconfiguring for the exhaust, Magnum flow mufflers in there, and then all this pipe was custom bent, and we'll dump right out there. And when we get the wheels in, we'll mock them up and we'll take the rear end and build it to fit the wheels. We've got, I think, an 11-inch wide wheel going on the back here, so it's gonna be really nice, big, wide tires with Continental rubber around those. And I think that's it. Project introduction time this week. We've had this car here for a little bit, but we're getting ready to really dive into it. Really cool story on this car. So the gentleman that bought the car is from Florida. He found the car online, and you know the story online said that it was built at Petty Enterprises, and so he said, well, I'm interested in that. Found the car in California, got the car brought here for authentication, which if you don't know how they authenticate cars here, they bring in Richard Petty, Dale Inman, and then we had Richie Bars, one of the original mechanics on the car, all come in, which was a really cool day here at the shop. Walked around the car, they looked in every nook and cranny. I don't really know what they were looking for. They kind of had their own, secret meeting there, but determined that the car was built here. Car originally was built in '72 for Buddy Baker, which was a Petty Enterprises car at the time. And then back in those days, they reused cars year to year. They just changed things for the model year changes. So the car was rebuilt again in '73 that Richard ran a little bit, and then after that was sold off to another race team. So it's been a long history on the car. The way it sits now obviously looks like, a race car would in race form, but actually after those years of different race teams having it, it ended up with somebody back in California. They did the paint job, they did to get it to this point, got it looking pretty good, but the thing is, this is not built, in this form by Petty. So we are gonna take it down, we're gonna redo it, everything as it should have been done here at Petty Enterprises back in the day. Our guys at Petty's Garage are gonna do it with Richard's watchful eye. See, the car comes with tons of documentation. You can see there where it was Buddy Baker's car originally. You can see there when they were teammates. So we've got pages and pages of the story on the car to go with it. I'm sure this was a big help in the authentication process. Well, we've actually gotten a head start on this. What have the guys done to it so far?
The guys have started building the engine cross member. Engine cross member, actually I'm going to take you over to fabrication area. Engine cross member actually originally came from Chrysler back when they had a lot of factory support in with the corporations. And they sent this to run the correct engine that Richard and them actually were. Can't find these anymore. So luckily our friends over here at Petty Museum had one in one of their old race cars, so we were able to pull it out. And our fabrication guys here in the back, Glenn, was actually able to make an exact copy of it. So engine motor mount is actually here. Another component hard to find is headers. And so we actually got our flanges right here together for headers, and we will start working on how these will fit into the car within here in the next few weeks. So we'll keep you guys updated on everything as we go from there.
Awesome. It's gonna be a neat project for sure. All right, so hanging out up in here in the body shop this week, and it looks like the guys have just finished up a 70 GTO with all of their 3M and Meguiar's detailing products. Paint is slick as can be. We got it all cut and buffed, and it's ready to head back down to assembly. So hopefully next time we bring you a video in the next week or so, you will see this car down, you know, within the likes of the Camaro and everything, ready to go back together. Not a super intensive assembly process, as this one's already got motor trans, you know, wheels and tires, all that are already on there. So hopefully the assembly process is a little bit quicker than normal with the full frame on. You can see the front end is ready to go on right there. Got our carbon fiber rear spoiler for our 68 MAHLE Camaro down the hill. Hopefully you'll see this installed pretty soon. The part came in and we've clear coated it, so we gave it a nice shine there. Super, super light. It's like they've got the convertible F-150 with its 80th tribute paint scheme. At least everything except the doors painted. So still baking in the booth. Couple Mustangs going on.
What are you working on, guys?
Trying to get the windows down. This will be good. So it looks like we're going to end this week right about where we started. If you just noticed as we were walking back in, just started thunderstorming here in Level Cross. So when that happens, everything comes inside. So a little bit of a packed house, but no big deal. So we're going to end this week's episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss when we post these videos every week. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're posting updates all the time to keep everybody up to speed with the projects and the events that we've got going on. Check out our website for parts, apparel, and just build galleries and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week.